Hi, good friends. So welcome to this section in chapter 5. Okay. When you take chapter 5 of the text, it's actually 3 pages, three pages. And it looks at auditing and accounting standards and guidelines. So sometimes you might think there is so much to learn, but of course, when you pick the book, realize some of them are just 2 pages, 3 pages. Okay, take the internal audit. Very, very brief when you take the book. Very, very brief. Take chapter 5, very brief, okay? But we give you all the information you need. So just take a look at it. So for that matter, I'll run through this very fast, okay? And we'll be fine. All right, so let's look at the auditing and accounting standards and guidelines, okay? That underpin our profession. All right, so let's kickstart. So we want to see the IAASB, okay, the International Standards on Auditing, and their role, the role of the professional bodies. The IFRC, it will soon be superseded by the AGA, which is called, there is a new auditing governance board, okay, reporting governance board authority, AGA. It will be soon superseded. It will soon take place of the FRC. So what is the structure of financial reporting in the UK? We'll look at it, how it flows down from the IFAC to IAASB and then to FRC, okay? And then we'll also look at the consent of an ISA, the form of it, other publications the FRC issues and what they are designed, and the relevance of accounting standards to auditing, okay? Any questions relating to this, we should be able to answer. Okay, so we're looking at in the UK. UK, we have the Financial Reporting Council, okay? They issue the ISAs for us, okay? And it is normally supported by the Technical Advisory Group. The name tells you much that people who sit on this group are technical experts, practitioners, industry experts, academic researchers on accounting and audit, okay? Now, it is also responsible for disciplining and then for ensuring that audit standards are adhered to, they are implemented to the letter. They also issue codes of ethics similar to the RSBs, okay? And they are no different from the main codes of ethics that we know. What happens is that when there are major corporate failures, companies have collapsed, or there are some more practices on the parts of audits, okay, they conduct investigations into it. And of course, based on that, they will bring out how to improve our audit work, okay, audit quality. They give out those recommendations. We've looked at this. This is the structure of the FRC, effective 1st April 2021. So we have the FRC sitting at the board level at the very top. The next layer right underneath it is what we have the tribunal panel. So it's made up of the audit and risk committee and then the people committee. Underneath it, the next layer, we have the enforcement committee panel, where we have the conduct committee, the supervision committee, and then regulatory standards and codes committee. Now, in all of this, we leverage on non-executive advisory panel. These guys are experts. They are called upon to provide some technical advisory services to all of these committees as and when they are needed, okay? Now, at the audit practice board, the guidance audit standards are issued from these guys, but normally they are developed by the IAASB, okay? So the International Auditing and Standards Board, part of the IFAC, okay, International Federation of Accountants, they normally help in issuing these standards, okay? So like the name sounds, auditing and assurance. So anything with auditing and assurance, they will provide it to us. Now we understand what assurance is, okay? We know what audit is. They have two main pronouncements. They have the ISAs and they have the practice statements. So for the ISAs, it will be implemented in each country according to their local conditions. So Scotland will adapt, England will adapt, Wales, Ireland will adapt as they deem fit. The practice statements will also provide extra additional practical assistance on how we can implement these standards and how we could promote good good reporting practice across the country. If you look at the IAASB, they stated that, listen, the international auditing standards, the intent for which we institute it and we implement it and we monitor and improve upon it is to improve that, is to improve our auditing and assurance standards so that we can have the highest quality and to ensure uniformity across the world. So uniformity is one, comparability across board so that we can see what is happening in Scotland is not too different from what is happening in England and Wales, okay? At the end of the day, the intent is that we want to strengthen or sustain the public confidence in the audit practice so that we can serve the interests of the public at heart, okay? So they want to ensure that audit practice is at the highest quality, and then we can sustain the interest, the public interest, confidence in those reports. What is the work of the IAASB? They will establish auditing standards and guidance for audit of financial statements, not just for audit of it, but the highest quality of audit, okay? They also establish high quality standards and guidance for other types of assurance. So not just audit of financial figures, but non-financial. So today we are having sustainability CSR standards being issued by the IAASB to ensure that those non-financial qualitative audits would be at the highest standard, okay? Like I said, they will provide standards and guidance for other related services, okay? Don't be surprised when you see the IAASB giving standards and practice notes or pronouncements, okay? Sometimes you hear them called practice notes, yes, and then pronouncements on review engagements and other attestation engagements, okay? They also establish quality control standards covering the scope of services, which is addressed by the board, okay? And they publish other papers on audit and assurance matters. At the end of the day, we want to advance public understanding of what the role and responsibilities of auditors and assurance services are, okay? The ICES, like I said, each country will adapt the ICES to their own local needs. Auditors are bound by the ICES, we need to comply to it, okay, by it. We need to comply with this ICES. And we must be able to justify any departure in exceptional situations. Why are we not complying with the ICES? Why is the company, the audit firm not complying by the ICES? Any reason we need to explain, okay? No wonder we are living in a principles-based economy, not the rules-based, okay? So we need to comply or explain why there could be departures. This is the hierarchy of what you see in terms of the ICE, International Standards on Auditing. So like I said, we have the IFAC at the very top, okay? More like the supervisory, the overall boss is the IFAC. They may have a subcommittee. Drill down, we have the IAASB, okay? They will issue us with all the generic ICES in the UK, and then the Financial Reporting Council will adapt these ICES which have been issued by the IAASB, and then we release it to the various countries within UK and Ireland to adapt. There are other publications they will publish the IAASB as well as the FRC, name them, okay? So for UK specific, we have the FRC, they could issue practice notes, I mentioned that, okay? So they have a lot of these practice notes you can think of, International Standards on Quality Control, ISQC, okay, ISQC. They also have International Framework for Assurance Engagement, IFAE. IFAE, right? Okay. And then so on and so forth. So you can look at it. There's a lot of practice notes they issue. So these practice notes could relate to specific audits or more specialized bodies. If you want to look at audit notes or practice notes on insurance companies, the financial services sector, it will be different from the groceries or the energy, the fuel pump station or pump organizations. All right, bulletins will give advice on specific audit issues, so on and so forth. Finally, Accounting standards. So financial statement is required that they must comply with relevant accounting framework, okay? International accounting standards, okay? IFRS, in my country, they will say Ghana National Accounting Standards. Yeah, Ghana National Accounting Standards. I don't know whether it's changed. You go to US, they will have specific ones, but in the UK, we're dealing with these, okay? Auditors will need to be familiar with these standards so that we can validate compliance. Most auditors will use a checklist. Tick the box if they think the firm has complied. Check it off to ensure compliance. All right. I leave it here, friends. Like I said, just 1.5 page in the book itself, so I wouldn't spend too much time on this. So look at this case study on page 69. Cicero Limited and Members, they approach Ticket and Run auditing firm. Very beautiful short case study. Look at it. What do you think? Attempt the self-testing questions on the same page. And the questions, you can cross-check them in the text. All right, friends. Beautiful, right? Beautiful. Okay. So I leave it here. What I want to say is that to my good friends who would love to be in audit, and those of you who are already thinking this is too much work, it's not too much work. Please have the passion for it. It's a good course you've chosen. It's a good route you've taken. Don't just study it and leave it hanging. Find some internship jobs in the upcoming summer period. Go to Grant Thornton. Go to the big 4 audit firms. Those who have decided not to take our students, no mind them. Go to the other guys. They are all equally good. They are great guys, okay? But I believe everyone will be willing to accept you to do some internship. And do not wait till you have finished your 4th year before you start the professional exams. What I would say is that start now, okay? After 3rd year, get all the exemptions that you need. Final year courses don't attract exemptions from the professional bodies up to 3rd year. So after 3rd year, get your exemptions. You want to go back into audit, please go for it. I love it. It's a good area. Okay, go build a career. Be a recognized auditor, and you'll be fine. Thank you, and I'll see you. Bye for now.